Now we will quickly go through the new products introduced by IRDA. Notification dated 20th of December 2020. 3 products introduced. For dwelling, it is BGR, Bharat Grih Raksha. Then other than dwelling, where the total value at risk not exceeding 50 crore, there are 2 policies. BSUs, Bharat Sukshma Udyam Suraksha and Bharat Laghu Udyam Suraksha. Sukshma Udyam Suraksha is issued up to 5 crore. From 5 to 50 crore, it is Bharat Laghu Udyam Suraksha. So IRDA has notified that up to 50 crore, no more fire policies will be issued. Only Laghu Udyam and Sukshma Udyam. And then for dwelling, there won't be any fire policy, only BGR. Dwelling of any sum insured, only BGR. Whereas all industries, storage risk, utilities, up to 50 crore, either Suraksha, Bharat Sukshma Udyam Suraksha or Bharat Laghu Udyam Suraksha. After 50 crore, it will be governed by the erstwhile tariff. That means standard fire policy or declaration policy or IAR, whatever it is. So owner of a building can purchase this policy. And this is a like small variation. In normal fire policy, if the owner is running a shop in the building, then that shop should be rated as a shop only, not dwelling. But here, if it is a family-owned business, then that can also be rated under dwelling. If the family is running a small business in the premises, then that will be ignored and that will be taken as a dwelling. But if he is employing some outsiders, definitely it will be treated as a different risk. If the employees are all family members, then it is a dwelling. See, Bharat Grih Raksha policy, for better understanding, compared to an SFSP, the perils covered are SFSP perils, 12 perils, plus impact by insureds on vehicles, plus forest fire, plus spontaneous combustion, plus EQ, plus terrorism, plus theft. Theft within 7 days, of course. So number of perils will be 12 plus 3 plus 3. Just for a comparison. So SFSP perils are of course covered. Impact damage by own vehicles, forest fire and spontaneous combustion, then EQ, terrorism and theft, which were EQ and terrorism were add-on cover under SFSP. Here it is inbuilt. All these covers are there in Bharat Grih Raksha. So Bharat Grih Raksha policy, fire, there is no specific exclusion of spontaneous combustion. So it is covered. There is no specific exclusion like boiler for explosion, implosion. So that is also covered. Then lightning, earthquake, volcanic eruption is covered. Jungle fire, forest fire, bush fire, there is no differentiation. It is covered. Impact damage by any external physical object, whether it is insured vehicle, insured animal, its own vehicle, it is covered. Similarly, terrorism is inbuilt. And theft within 7 days following any of the above mentioned periods, that is also covered. So this is how Bharat Grih Raksha. See, Bharat Grih Raksha policy, the sum insured is arrived at by declaring the carpet area and rate of construction. So insured has to declare the carpet area and rate of construction, and then the sum insured will be taken. Suppose carpet area is 100 square feet and he is declaring only 800 square feet. In the event of a claim, we will pay only up to 800 square feet. Suppose rate of construction is 800, he is declaring 1000. In the event of a claim, we will pay 1000. That is the difference. It is almost like an agreed value policy. There is no underinsurance applicable. So even if we declare a value which is more than the actual construction, we have to pay that value. So it is based on the whatever sum insured we are agreeing. It is almost like an agreed value. If the carpet area is less actually, but he has declared more, then after claim we will pay only up to that carpet area. No underinsurance is applicable, and valuable contents can be declared. Valuation certificate is required if the individual value is exceeding 1 lakh. And up to 5 lakhs, some total sum insured also, valuation certificate is not required. Otherwise, we have to ask for valuation certificate for agreed value items like jewelry. Other inbuilt covers in Grig Raksha, loss of rent or specified sum insured and months, and rent for alternate accommodation, architect consulting engineers fees up to 5%, debris removal up to 2%. And there can be 2 add-on covers, valuable contents based on agreed value basis. This is optional cover, and personal accident cover for owner and spouse. Personal accident cover is not worldwide or by any means. It is only up to 5 lakhs each, only death and only within the insured premises due to an insured period. Not like normal PA. When you are covering, you can cover either building or only contents, or building and contents. Up to 20% automatically contents are covered. More than 20% you have to declare separately. Now coming to Sukshma Udyam Suraksha, I told you Sukshma Udyam Suraksha is up to 5 crore. There's a comparison here. Risk up to 5 crore. Policy is effective from 1/4/2021. Probably this date you can remember. 1/4/21. More than 5 crore up to 50 crore, it comes under Bharat Laghu Udyam Suraksha. All properties that can be covered is similar to SFSP. And policy term is 1 year, whereas Bharat Grig Raksha, it can be long term also. What happens if you issue a long term? Every year, policy sum insured becomes 10% more than the original sum insured. So next year, if it is 100 crore, next year it will be 110. Third year it will be 120. 10% of the original sum insured. It is not cumulative. It is not what you call compound interest method. It is simple interest method. 10% of the original sum insured will be added to every additional year. Like method A in fire policy. If you remember, there were 2 methods, method A and method B. Method A, increase in sum insured. Method B was discount. So here it go for method A for long-term Bharat Grig Raksha. In Laghu and Sukshma, there is no long-term, it is only 1 year. And there is a standard cover in add-on cover, declaration policy, declaration clause for stocks is inbuilt under BSUS. And declaration and floater cover is there for BLUS. So any building can be covered. The both are same, Bharat Sukshma and Laghu. All fixture fittings permanently attached to the floor or walls or roof like electrical wiring, antenna. This actually here they are making it more precise or more clear, because earlier fire policy also concept is same. Building means any building with all fixture fittings which is part of the building. For example, a concealed plumbing or concealed wiring is part of the building, but people are having a tendency to consider it as furniture fixtures and used to exclude the claim amount. So now they are making it very clear. So we have to learn from this what is covered under or what was the intention under SFSP. That intention is made very clear. Like any additional structure for security shed, tower or veranda, sewage pipeline or even compound wall, these things are part of building. There is no need for separate declaration. If you declare building in a premises, even in SFSP policy, all civil structure within that premises is automatically covered. There is no need for any separate declaration. So here they are making it ample clear. And plant and machinery, all plant and machinery including pipes and cables, computer, machines under repair, machines taken or hire or lease, or any system of purchase of goods, foundation, accessories of machines, all are part of plant and machinery. This is the same case with SFSP also. But some people, like, they think that only plant and machinery which is erected and working are covered. No. Even machines under repair, even machine taken on lease are covered. Now stock of goods, finished goods, semi-finished goods, stocks involved and ready for dispatch, stock invoiced and ready for dispatch. Why it is clearly specified? Once it is invoiced, actually insurable interest ceases there as far as finance is concerned. But still, he is holding the material in his premises, so he is having an insurable interest there. This is ample clear even in fire policy, but people will make mistakes. They will tell, I will not pay because invoice is done, you don't have insurable interest. But how the other person will take policy, this material is still in his custody. So he is having insurable interest, so it is payable. So that is why a lot of add-on covers are there nowadays, vehicle load clause and all in fire policy to make it more clear. But in Bharat Sukshman Legu, it is covered automatically. Like even goods held in trust, which was an add-on or which has to be specified in fire policy, here it is need not be specified. It is automatically covered. So as far as perils are concerned, in Sukshma and Legu, fire including its own fermentation, natural heating or spontaneous combustion. Similarly, earthquake is there, bushfire, forest fire and jungle fire, impact damage by any external physical object, terrorism is covered, theft is covered. So perils covered is SFSP plus spontaneous combustion plus forest fire plus terrorism plus EQ plus theft. Now these are the inbuilt covers. Addition, alteration or extensions up to 15% in both policies. Floater cover is there inbuilt in BSUS, whereas you have to add it in BLUS as an add-on cover. Temporary removal of stocks, 10% is available. Money can be covered up to 50,000 in both policies. Documents, deeds, manuscript can be covered up to 50%. Computer programs can be covered up to 5 lakhs. This is there. Inbuilt cover is there. Cover for personal effects of employees up to 15,000 per person, maximum 20%. These are all inbuilt in BSUS and BLUS. Startup expenses covered up to 1 lakh. Remember, this is an add-on cover under SFSP, but it is inbuilt up to 1 lakh in BSUS, up to 5 lakh in BLUS. And professional fees up to 5% is inbuilt. Removal of debris up to 2% is inbuilt. Local authorities clause is inbuilt. Under insurance waiver, that is an additional advantage, up to 15% is inbuilt. Machinery, equipment temporarily removed up not exceeding 60 days. It is also covered. Designation of property is inbuilt. Agreed bank clause can be there in both policies. Now, what should be the basis of sum insured? Again, there is no market value concept. Building, plant and machinery, furniture, fixed, all assets are on RIV basis. Stock, raw material, land at cost at premises. Stock in process, input cost plus stock at the time of damage. Finished goods is manufacturing cost of the finished stock or contract price insurance. Goods sold but not delivered. See here, this nomenclature is same as fire policy, but people were applying their own brain and deduct the claim amount. That is how it is now make it very clear. For example, what is the indemnity for raw material? Here also people are creating doubt. What is landed cost at premises? Landed is past tense. So historical cost, no. This is landed cost at premises as on date of loss. For example, cotton stock is damaged. What should be the procurement stock of cotton as on date of loss? Let us say client has procured 100 bales of cotton for 100 rupees per kilogram, and that is damaged today. This procurement happened 1 year before. Now today cotton cost is 120 per kilogram. You have to pay 120 as on date of loss. That is a pure indemnity. To purchase cotton again, he has to incur 120. Though he has incurred only 100 per kilogram, now to replenish the stock, that is known as indemnity. To reinstate the insured to its former position. To replenish the stock, he will have to incur 120 per kilogram as on date of loss. That is the indemnity for the insurance company. Suppose cotton value is only 90 per kilogram today. We will pay only 90 per kilogram. We will not pay Though he has incurred 100 rupees while purchase, to repurchase it today, he has to incur only 90, we will pay only 90. So that is based on how much he has to incur as on today. Why it is called landed cost? It is not only the purchase cost of cotton, the loading charges, the transportation, the unloading charges at the premises of the insured, all this will be added to the procurement cost. So that is known as landed cost. The original purchase value plus loading charges plus transportation plus unloading charges at the insured premises will be the landed cost as on date of loss. That is the indemnity for raw material. Now coming to stock in process, it will be the raw material cost plus the process value or cost of processing that can be found out by cost audit. Similarly, finished goods, there are two methods. One is raw material cost plus process charges to arrive at the finished goods value. Or you can find out the actual cost of finished goods by the selling price minus GP. Selling price is the turnover minus the GP. We will deduct to arrive at the cost incurred, the raw material cost and the process cost for finished goods. And contract price insurance I have explained, that is an inbuilt cover under Legu and Sukshma. So building plant and machinery, if repaired, reinstated within 12 months, we will have to pay reinstatement value. If he fails to reinstate or if he opt for not reinstating the property, then the market value can be paid. Stock of raw material is landed cost at premises as on date of loss. Stock in process is input cost of stock at the time of damage. Finished stock is manufacturing cost of the finished stock or the contract price of finished goods sold but not delivered. And unset precious stones or bullion or work of art, it is maybe on agreed value. So this is a comparison of SFSP, Griha Raksha, Sukshma and Legu. In fire policy, fire excluding fermentation, natural heating or spontaneous combustion, whereas it is covered in Griha Raksha and Sukshma and Legu. But which is property undergoing heating or drying process and burning by public authorities excluded still under Sukshma and Legu. Lightning is covered, storm cyclone is similar, subsidence is similar, impact damage in SFSP excluding insured's on vehicle, but any physical object is covered in Sukshma by any external physical object including aircraft damage except vehicle, animal or aircraft owned by insured employees. So here also owned by insured employees is an exclusion. Aircraft damage is added to the impact damage actually. And missile testing operation, no difference. Riot, strike, bursting, leakage caused by municipal regulations. It is an add-on cover under SFSP, but it is inbuilt under Griha Raksha, Sukshma and Legu. Professional fees, SFSP up to 3%, whereas other policies up to 5%. Debris removal in SFSP up to 1%, all the new policies up to 2%. Earthquake is an add-on cover under SFSP, it is covered under BGR, BLUS, BSUS. Bushfire is covered as forest fire is add-on SFSP, all the three policies it is covered. Terrorism is an add-on cover under SFSP, in new policies it is covered. Theft within 7 days off period is not covered under SFSP, but it is inbuilt under all the three policies. Loss of rent and alternate accommodation is add-on cover in SFSP, inbuilt in all the three policies. Automatic increase in sum insured for building, add-on cover under SFSP, but it is covered up to 5% in 10% in Griha Raksha and Sukshma and Legu it is not covered. So Griha Raksha, that 10% escalation is also there. Under insurance waiver is not there in SFSP, whereas it is waived up to 15% in Sukshma and Legu, complete waiver of under insurance in BGR. It is almost an agreed value policy. There is a write-up issued by IRDA on these new products. It is Annexure 1, 2 and 3. We just go through in detail. So maybe 10-page document for each policy. Prospectus, proposal and annexures are there. So that was uploaded in website.